Okay, right, here we are for Website Wednesday, and I am just hoping that this goes live as we're expecting it to. Thank you so much for those of you who've just been patient with my tech traumas of going live over in the Facebook group. So we're going to give it a shot over here on my page and see how it happens, because when you run it live into the group, what happens is you can't actually see the comments, and it's just really frustrating. And last week everything just fell over completely. So thank you for sticking with me. And today I've got something exciting that we're going to be talking about. We are going to be talking about thank you pages. And this is because it's one of the areas on a website that I see as a really, really underutilized space. And it shouldn't be, because actually, when people have opted in for something like a free lead magnet or a free resource, it's when they are hot to trot, right? These guys are recognizing that they have an issue that you can help them with. They've downloaded a free resource, and now is a perfect opportunity to signpost them to the next stage of their journey with you. So let's talk about that for a moment. Anne Louise, good to see you. So I've got some notes on some things. Now, what we would often be told or taught if you do any kind of courses around funnels and that kind of thing is to add a tripwire. And I hate the word tripwire. It just feels so manipulative. But what you're doing is you're offering them an opportunity to purchase something else for a limited time at a discounted rate. And so that is a really good use of that thank you page, but it's not the only thing that you can do over there. So tripwires can work really, really well. But you could also just do other stuff. So you could just add a video. So talk a little bit. That gives you an opportunity for people to really get to know you. So if you don't have video on your website, or if whatever the resource that you're giving them isn't some kind of video based, this is a good opportunity for you to literally just drop onto their screen and say hi. It can just be a quick 90-second video. So that's the second thing you can do. So the first thing is you could add a tripwire. The second thing is add a video. The third thing is, if you've got some kind of evergreen masterclass or webinar, then you can give them an option to opt in for it. So they've just opted in for your free resource, whatever it might be, but now you can take them to the next thing that they could go ahead and opt in for. So you're kind of just giving them this opportunity to binge your content so that they have this chance to really, really get to know you more deeply. Something else you could do is you could put a link, a button to a WhatsApp opportunity, so they can literally just WhatsApp you. So if they've got questions, or you could even prompt that. So if your free resource, let's say you've got they're opting in for a webinar or a masterclass with you, for example, then and you're going to show them something, then you might want to say, right, before you dive into the masterclass, let's talk about X, Y, or Z and what it is that you're wanting to achieve from it. Or let's say you're doing a masterclass on writing a book, ways that you can write a book. Then on that thank you page, you could say something along the lines of, what topic are you thinking of for your next book? Drop me a WhatsApp and let's start a conversation about it, and I'll give you some feedback. That kind of thing. Then you're opening up that line of communication. You're having direct contact with them at that point. And for that WhatsApp, you don't need to worry about giving them your personal WhatsApp. You can easily set up a business WhatsApp. In the WordPress Happy community, it was probably sometime last year, I actually did a post about setting up a business WhatsApp, and you can set it up. You do have to pay for like a business WhatsApp number, but you don't need a new phone. I thought I was going to have a new phone for it, and it's like £5 a month or something to get set up with that. Another thing that you could do, that you could offer them the opportunity to do, is invite them into your community. So if you've got a Facebook group, or if you've got a school community, wherever it might be held, then invite them in there. If you don't have anything else that you're wanting to offer them, or if you're wanting to do something short term to get something up and running really fast, this is a really short, sharp action that you could take to bring them into your world. So a community is a great option for you. The next thing you could do is you could show them your most popular videos or blog posts or podcast episodes. So you literally could just do like a grid of 3 of your most popular posts, And then again, it's all about just bringing them in closer into your world, consuming your content. So so you could do that. You could do you could offer them some kind of related product. So this ties in a little bit with the Tripwire. So if they've downloaded something, so let's go back to that book example. And by the way, I have no idea. I've never done a book. I've never published a book. But if your masterclass is going to be about publish your first book, for example, then you could have some kind of related product, which might be around the actual publication of the book, you know, how the methods of self-publication, for example. And it could be like a $20 product to just get them up and running. So a related product or a time limited offer, or even some kind of bundle would also work really well. So those are some of the ideas, and you could just have a combination of all of those, or you could just implement one of them. So if you are quite new to all of this and you are just getting your lead magnet set up for the first time, it might be that you don't have a whole load of resources that you could direct them to, but you could do, I'm fairly sure you would be able to do at least one of these things. So you could add a Tripwire, you could add a video onto that page, a really short one, just literally an introduction to yourself. You could ask them to register for a masterclass or a webinar. You could get them to WhatsApp you, just give them a prompt to ask them to WhatsApp you, and that starts the conversation. Invite them to your community, or show them your most popular videos or blog posts or podcast episodes. So those are some of the things that I would suggest that you can get up and running with really fast on your thank you page. Let's have a look and see who we've got here, and have we got any questions? So Anne-Louise, Julie, Liz, and good to see you guys. Jackie, you always, like, you're so brilliant. You just follow me around wherever I end up. You always end up here. So thank you for finding your way here to me on my page. Julie says, I've literally been planning to ask you about that WhatsApp second sim because it's much cheaper than my current plan, which has now ended. Yes, so Julie, if you go to the WordPress Happy Community and you run a search on WhatsApp, then you'll find a post that I did pretty much, I think it was last year, and you'll find some of the resources that I use over there, and the way that I set it up. So Julie says, love all the alternative ideas, don't really like the upsell. Yeah, and that's absolutely fine. If you don't like the idea of selling them into something, then that's cool. But think about it, because it might be a missed opportunity. And I'm not suggesting that you try and sell them onto like £1,000 package with you or something like that. But if we move away from the idea of like selling, it's all about putting an offer in front of them and making money, putting money in our pocket. Think about different ways that you could serve them. So they've just downloaded a free resource. If you could provide them with a low ticket offer, completely complements that, and is going to get them to where they need to be faster, then it's not really selling, it's serving. So, and those are the opportunities where lots of us miss the chance to really to serve people at a deeper level, but also to just make some money. We're all in business to actually pay our bills and make some money. And no matter how much we love what we do, we need to keep the lights on. And in order to do that, we need to keep making money. So even just little drops of $20 here and there can really, really help. And those thank you pages can be a great opportunity for you to do that. So I totally hear you when you feel uncomfortable about putting something in front of them when they might not be ready to buy yet, or they don't particularly know you well yet. But don't dismiss it completely, because it might be an opportunity that you're missing out on. Jackie says, haha, thanks for leaving the breadcrumbs. Yeah, so I was hoping I'd posted it in enough places for people to actually go ahead and find us. Anne-Louise, you're so welcome. Sean, it's good to see you here. I'm glad that you enjoyed the summit last night. Julie, yes, should be open to it. Yeah, it's all about a reframe. When we feel uncomfortable about putting offers in front of people, is because we don't want to be that person that feels like the double glazing salesman that we used to get knocking on the doors. It's not like that at all. I mean, literally, and Julie, like, I know the value of the work that you do. It's so important, and people will get massive benefit from it. So think about what it would be that they need that you can really offer to them in that moment when they're totally focused on you and your brand, and they have recognized that there's something that you can do for them. Okay, so that's it. It was a quick one today, but I just wanted to run those ideas past you. And I would encourage you, if you've had a lead for a while, to go ahead and have a look at what is on the thank you page, because it's not visible on your website. You're not seeing it all the time unless you actually go through the process of registering for your lead magnet on a regular basis. So go ahead, check out your thank you page, see what's on there, and see what would make sense as a next natural step. And if you're wanting to figure out how you could sell something, drop me a line, because Thrivecart is my go-to platform for that. That makes it really, really straightforward for you to get something up and running really, really easily, so that you can take payment for something that's on a page like that. Rosemary, I see that you've just joined us too. Anne-Louise says, this is obviously the back end of a funnel. Do you have a roadmap for a full funnel process? Anne-Louise, it's all in the funnel experience, which you did in January this year, I think it was. So that full funnel, those funnels can look like anything. So there's so many different configurations that you could have for a funnel, but really what you're wanting to make sure is that you're just putting those stages in place. And so if you're thinking about, you're wanting a map for your funnel, the way that it would look would be your lead magnet, and then that takes them onto a thank you page. And when they land on that thank you page, at the same time, they're being included in your email marketing platform because they're being tagged. And so they landed over there, and they're going to start getting your email sequence, which is delivering your lead magnet. But then over here on your website, they land on that thank you page, and that's when you can take them to whatever that next step is going to be. So if that next step is to join your Facebook community, then there's literally just a button with a link for them to go ahead and join. They just click it and boom, they're over at your Facebook community. So if you're thinking about like how to visually envisage it, that's what it is. It's like your lead magnet to a thank you page, and then the thank you page takes them to wherever you're directing them to next. Julie, yes, my funnel experience is available on Evergreen, so I can send you the link after this. Okay, all right, I think that's us done. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for finding me over on my page. I will be over on my page every day. This is so much easier. So I'll be here at the same time next week. I promise. It will be my page from now on rather than my group, which was just such a headache. I don't know if any of you other guys are going live in your group with anything other than the Facebook native live facility, which is so inadequate. But yeah, it works better going from my page because I can actually see your comments, which is the whole reason why we do this, so that I can actually take questions. All right, so Jackie, you'll have to watch the replay. Sounds like something I will be using. Absolutely. All right. Yeah, Facebook is a nightmare. It's like, it's so frustrating. I don't know why they try to make things difficult. I have absolutely no idea why they took away the capability of doing that. It was back in April this year. So anyway, we're here, and I will remain here on Wednesdays, 12 o'clock midday UK time for Website Wednesdays. So I will see you next week. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.